Streaming from the studios of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas, on the west end of Beaumont, where country is king. Got a lot of country stars coming from here. It must be something in the water. Got a lot of them in our neck of the woods, like Josh Ward, too. He's a rising Texas country troubadour. Has had a string of number one hits in the Texas Regional Radio chart. He'll be my special guest here on King's Country next week. We'll be promoting his big concert coming up a week from tomorrow, Saturday, March 20th at Honky Tonk, Texas. He makes a triumphant return. So he's the topic of our show this week. We'll gaze in the rear view at the last time he came to Southeast Texas. Josh Ward will be on the Jim King of the TV show, not to be confused with this radio thing. It's like this show, but moving pictures. We'll have a couple of segments with Josh Ward, exclusive concert footage and interview captured in Honky Tonk, Texas, at Honky Tonk, Texas. We'll have the Honky Tonk, Texas fabulous flashback as well with ZZ Top. They're from around here. We'll have the Southeast Texas debut of Flatland Revival's new videos, our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. And guy from Vidor, Texas, Kevin Adams, will be in the Royal Spotlight, sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center. And speaking of Bradley's Collision Center, we'll do a little tribute to the late, great Sterling Bradley, who passed March 5th. Rest in peace, Sterling Bradley. That's the lineup for this weekend's TV show, this weekend on Fox 4 and the CW. Check your local listings or just go to jimkingoftheroad.com. Starting tomorrow for the segments. You can stream them on demand. As we get back to the radio, though, and I've got a preview coming up, by the way, of that TV show. But it's all about King's Country at kingscountry.net. We do appreciate you streaming us. King's Country at kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King of the radio. Thanks for streaming us. I've been stressing and urging people to get vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated now. They say 2 weeks after your second shot of Moderna or Pfizer, you are fully vaccinated, which is about 95% protection from the dreaded coronavirus, the corona cooties, as I call them. So get yourself vaccinated. I'm glad to have it. It gives you some freedom. Feel like I can skate a little more freely now, not worry about getting that dreaded virus. And last night, during Joe Biden's address to the nation, he said there should be enough vaccines for every adult by the end of May.
We've been working with vaccine manufacturers to manufacture and purchase hundreds of millions of doses. And now, at the direction and with the assistance of my administration, Johnson & Johnson is working together with a competitor, Merck, to speed up and increase the capacity to manufacture new Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is one shot. Now, because of all the work we've done, we'll have enough vaccine supply for all adults in America by the end of May.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding Shotgun Cadillac style in the Red Rocket, and I will keep between the ditches, especially since it's a TGIF. I'll get you home in one piece. Thanks for streaming us on King's Country. I'm Jim King of the radio. Got some breaking news from Nashville here. Keith Urban had the pleasure of calling Mickey Guyton, inviting her to be his co-host at next month's ACM Awards. She'll be the first black woman to ever host the show. Listen to the call right here.
Hello.
Mickey! Hi.
Hi!
I wanted to ask you something. I'm going to be hosting ACMs this year, and I thought, seeing as how we played together last year, it would be really fun if we did it together. Would you be up for co-hosting this year with me? Just the two of us.
Do I have a pulse? Of course.
Yeah, excellent.
I'm trying to be really calm right now and professional. But yes, I would love to.
Thank you, Mickey.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm co-hosting the ACMs with Keith freaking Urban.
She is the best. Me, Mickey Guyton, live from Nashville. ACM Awards, April 18. Tune in.
It's Keith Urban inviting Mickey Guyton to be his co-host at next month's ACM Awards. The ACMs are April 18th on CBS. Set it in your DVR. Make plans to watch it now. I'm Jim King. Thanks for listening to King's Country at kingscountry.net, y'all. Here's Carrie Underwood, Her Royal Highness. Jesus, take the wheel. Please, I'm begging you. Streaming Streaming from the studios of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Tejas. It's Jim King of the Road behind the wheel. I get the honors of doing it on the television, too. Got a brand new episode of the Jim King of the TV show set to air this weekend. Episode number 761, y'all, but who's counting? It'll debut tomorrow morning at 6:30 on the CW. Second airing prime time Saturday night, 9:30 on Fox 4. And then again on Sunday at 12 noon on the CW. And this one we got Kevin Adams. He's from Vidor, Texas. Must be something in the water over there. He's a great country crooner. He'll close it out with an original tune. We'll also have the Southeast Texas debut of Flatland Revival's new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. That Royal Spotlight segment, by the way, is sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center, and we'll have a tribute to my friend Sterling Bradley, owner of Bradley's Collision Center. He sadly passed away on March 5th. Went to his funeral and memorial last week. It was lovely. It was very nice. We're going to kick off the whole shebang, though, with Josh Ward this week.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road Show.
Oh, hi, to the gang.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
What you think about it? Come on, salesman. Let's take him down there, old beer joint that I know well. Hell, the train too much to work and too much to finish. Too much to get that long truck out of that old bar ditch. Well, I made enough last week to buy that round or 10. So let's load up the boys and head down to old Black Cat Ridge. Down to the hang out, where there ain't no closing time. Where that whiskey flows like water and beer flows like wine. Ain't been a new song on the jukebox since old kids with the time. Down at the rain out, hang out, damn good place to hide.
Josh Ward, great to see you here in Honky Tonk, Texas. This place is right up your alley, I think.
Oh yeah, I feel at home here, man.
You're not too far from home.
Oh, no, just a hop, skip, and a jump through the pines, man.
Have you played in the Golden Triangle before?
Yes, we played a lot down in Beaumont, so it's this is our first time to kind of drift this way. I was telling Darren earlier that first time kind of coming up this way, but probably won't be our last.
Is your home base still Montgomery?
Yes, sir, just outside of Montgomery. We're out there in the sticks.
All right. Holding Me Together is the new album that came out in October of 2015.
Yes, sir. We've had a lot of good luck with that one.
Yeah, 8 number ones in a row on the Texas Regional Radio chart. That's got to be a record.
You know, I never thought of ever having number ones. Just being on the radio and getting to play my music in front of people, and you know, I guess the number ones, when they come along with it, that's just icing on the cake.
You know what happens when you get 11 number ones in a row?
I have no idea.
You get a crown on top of the cowboy hat.
Well, let's work on it then.
Let me ask you a question. Do we have any hardcore country music fans in here tonight? Do we got George Jones fans in here with us this evening? If you tell me that you love me, I would feel so proud. If you let me hold you, honey, I'd holler out loud. I'll never love another, even if I can.
Check out Josh Ward on the Jim King of the TV show this weekend on Fox 4 and the CW. I'll be interviewing Josh on this program next Monday, and he'll be in concert on Saturday, March 20th at Honky Tonk, Texas, making a triumphant return. But we're listening to the radio now, not the TV. It's the Jim King of the Radio show on King's Country. Thanks for streaming us.
It can happen any moment without reason or rhyme.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King. Thanks for listening in your lunch hour. For your dining and dancing pleasure, here's some breaking news. You might want to put the kids to bed for this one. 61% of men who groom themselves below the belt, if you know what I mean, have suffered an injury while doing it. That's according to a new poll.
Ow! We got a bleeder!
King's Country at kingscountry.net with Jamie Lynn Spears. How could I want more? I'm Jim King of the radio. You want more? How about a TV extravaganza? The Jim King of the TV show. Don't tell anybody, but it's episode number 761 this weekend. But coming up in the next break, we're going to gaze in the rear view at a concert. They're coming back, folks. We'll gaze in the rear view at one several years ago right here in Southeast Texas with the Eli Young Band. That's coming up in just a few. Speaking of Southeast Texas, let's keep them coming with Beaumont boy Clay Walker. You're beginning to get to me on King's Country. King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun with me, Jim King of the radio, through the midday thing, 10 to 2, Monday through Friday, right here. And you're riding shotgun Cadillac style. As I promise, always, I'll keep it between the ditches, but it could get bumpy. Hold on tight.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's King of the Road.
Backstage with the Eli Young Band. The Eli Young Band was formed in 2000 by lead singer Mike Eli and guitarist James Young in the town of Denton, north of Dallas-Fort Worth. They were attending the University of North Texas in Denton. So, good music scene there in North Texas?
Yeah, it's incredible. It was one of those scenes. It was really nice to be around so much music. I think it helped nurture our brains to thinking that music could actually be a great avenue for us.
And for us, for Denton, it's University of North Texas is like either the first or second largest college of music in the nation. That's a mouthful. But it's not necessarily a country music scene. Denton isn't. And so for us, it allowed us to not, when we started the band, just to try to figure out our identity. And we didn't start out playing country bars. We started playing college bars, where people just wanted to hear music. You know, they weren't wanting to hear anything specific, so we could kind of, figure out on our own the country bands we wanted to be. We weren't forced into it.
A lot of your releases ended up being Texas country hits as well, right?
Right, yeah. Before Jet Black and Jealous, everything that we were doing was relying on, our Texas fans and this foundation that we had, that the fans down here helped us build, So a lot of the radio stations down here were supporting us long before we ever had a promotion team or anything like that, And that was how we actually got to sign with Universal South in the first place, was because a handful of stations started playing When It Rains, and then there were a couple of programmers outside of the state that heard it, loved it, and started playing it, and we ended up being on the Billboard charts with When It Rains before we signed. So that start with When It Rains and the fans down here kind of gave us our shot.
Well, you guys are a real inspiration to the music scene, that's for sure, the way you've done it your own way.
Thank you.
And struggled, and you come out on top, and you continue to rise, and congratulations and continued success.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Been on the road now for quite some time. Hitting all the city's neon sign. Johnny straight bourbon, whiskey, beer, too much Bud Light. Playing our songs for nothing, bottom line.
This concludes our special broadcast. We now return to Nothing Special.
When I first started school,
King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun through your lunch hour in the Red Rocket. Cadillac style's how we roll on the show. Got some more breaking news from Nashville on yesterday's Ellen. Maren Morris said she's been doing her homework on how to help country music be more inclusive. Listen to her talk about it.
I'm a white woman in country music. I mean, I already sort of have this leg up. And even though there's a huge disparity between men and women in our genre, there's even more of a disparity between white women and black women trying to be in country music. And there's so many black women and men who adore country music and don't feel like the door is open for them even a crack. So yeah, I've just been doing so much of my own homework the last couple of years, and especially, since George Floyd, I just feel like country music as a genre, we all have so much room to grow, myself included, but I think country music definitely is stepping up to the plate, slowly but surely.
That's Her Highness Maren Morris from yesterday's Ellen. You're listening to the Jim King of the Radio Show, TGIF edition, y'all.